Good day, ladies and gents. This is the Ecclesiarch here, back with some more Warpforge. And today I am going to be delivering a Necron deck to you. Now, I've been working on all three Necron lords. The only one I haven't been doing anything with is Oricon, even though I have some ideas with him as well. So mostly I've been trying to do Imhotep, Nemesor, and Zahndrekh. And currently, in this video, what we're going to be showing is the Nemesor deck. Now, Nemesor is a bit of a weird one, especially after the new cards have been added to the game. So, as you guys remember, there's quite a few very interesting new cards that they added to the Necrons, like Dimensional Corridor, Awakened Dynasty, the Locust Destroyers. There's also stuff like the Immortal Phalanx and Locust Lord. So, there's a lot of things. However, interestingly enough, I am not using a lot of them on my Nemesor because I think a lot of the slower card draws are just too slow to be played on Nemesor, and that actually includes a card like Implacable Conqueror. So I tried to make a Implacable Conqueror Nemesor. It does work in situations where it does basically, but you lose a lot of tempo, and losing tempo with a Warlord that's just meant to be played as such is a big problem. So currently what I am running here is a typical tempo Nemesor deck with a couple of additions from the new cards. So if you do want to play the Implacable Conqueror though, I would definitely suggest that you go and play either Imhotep, Zahndrekh, or Oricon the Diviner. So they're definitely better with that kind of build. So first of all, we're definitely going to need the Reanimation Protocol. This is overall a very good card with 1 energy just to reanimate a remnant, and Nemesor is just really good at keeping remnants, so that is always a welcome addition. Of course, we're gonna have the 3 energy package, as I like to call it, the Triarch Praetorian, the Tombblade, and the Technomancer. So these are like cards that most Necron decks always include, mostly because the Triarch Praetorian comes with amazing stats for 3 energy on top of Vanguard as well as the remnants, so it's just really good. Tombblade is your early flank, so you gotta include it whether you like it or not, and Technomancer is there to just keep resurrecting your remnants. It's one of the best early game drops when you can actually activate its artifice right away. So yeah, this is the 3 energy package, and we definitely have those in there. One of the slower cards that I do have here is the Undying Legions. I'm kind of conflicted on this card, to be honest. Sometimes I think it's really good, sometimes I do think it's on the slower side, so I haven't really decided whether or not it's that good, but it surely helps with those remnants, so might be good just to grab it. Of course, we have the Resurrection Orb, because whenever you're playing a Warlord that plays around remnants, you really need to have this just to bring everything back to life. Sometimes that alone is enough to make the enemy surrender. Now, Cost Immortal is a bit of an interesting one here, to be honest. I still have my reservations about this card, mostly because I think the main issue with this is that when you get it in the late game, it's really not that good, because the like melee attack is just abysmal. Even though the regeneration is good, and it's mostly only good if you're going first, because if the enemy already has something on the board, this card is basically useless. Unlike, for example, the Triarch Praetorian, who has very balanced stats and is extremely good at every stage of the game because of Vanguard, right? But nevertheless, I still include these guys, and I think they're a nice drop if you go first at 3, and I am still trying to figure out what would be a better drop. I would even consider going for something like the Ophidian Destroyer, if you wanna, like, because of the 4 health. Flayed ones are just not that good, I think, because unless you manage to combo it, it's usually pretty bad. Anyway, so let's continue. Death Marks, certainly a card you need to have there. This is a card that really helps you with some tempo swing, because when you drop these guys, they just go invisible, and the next turn they deal 5 sniper damage, which is nuts. Be careful with the Sisters of Battle though, because their Cleansing Flames are just abysmal against this, so just keep that in mind. And as for our AoE, we do have the Locust Destroyers. These guys are actually really good, especially on Nemesor, because when you hide this guy, even 1 copy behind like a lot of cheap front lines, this guy starts pinging everything, and the damage really ranks up, so it's pretty scary, honestly. And if you're playing against the Scarabs and you drop this, most Scarabs just surrender, because unless you get very unlucky, this is gonna wipe their whole board. There's also the Psychomancer. The Psychomancer is there for the stun, as well as the very good stats. Scorpion Destroyer, as well as your Doom Scythe are there for the flank drops, which are, once again, in every Necron deck, because you do need those flanks. I have the Chronomancer here, but honestly, I don't know how good it is. I'm still thinking about this card. It has nice stats, and the talent is really neat, so it's something to consider, of course, but you could definitely replace it with a second Inescapable Retribution or the Scythe Assault. Honestly, you can alternate between Inescapable Retribution and Scythe Assault depending on what you're playing against. If you're playing against a lot of Scarabs and there's like a ton of Scarabs, you might want to take in a Scythe Assault. If not, this is pretty good. You could even replace Chronomancer with Scythe Assault if you want, because AoE is always good. Locust Lord is one of those new good cards that's perfect on Nemesor, because first of all, it's a nice drop on itself, and it just gives you another Resurrection Orb, and potentially it gives you even more if the Remnant is not destroyed, so this is just a hell to deal with, so no reason not to include it. And of course, we have the late game Ghost Ark and Trike Stalker for Nemesor. These are the textbook late game cards for Nemesor. This because it creates like an unending wave of Necron warriors, and this is just there to give +2 attack to all your wide board and deal like crazy damage. Since you're going wide with your remnants and like your spam, you're basically gonna need your ranged attack after those remnants are resurrected, right? So that you can actually deal finishing amount of damage to the enemy. And 1 methodical destruction just for hard removal. Once again, you could include 2 depending on what you are facing. So without further ado, guys, let's just dive right in and let's have a game. I think the worst matchup currently for us as this is probably Junith Eruita or any other sisters, because the Hallowed Martyrs is just insanely terrifying, and I think we're gonna keep this hand. And on top of the Hallowed Martyrs, there's also the fact that they have the Spirit of the Martyr, so probably it's one of the worst matchups for Nemesor, which is not that good because currently there are a lot of sister players going around, so it's a little nasty, but well, what can we do? Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about this. So, by the way, don't forget that your remnants do stick around, so it's something to consider. Now, that is very annoying, honestly, because now I can't play my Gauss Immortal. What the hell? Okay, so instantly Hellfire torches that. You know what? I don't mind. I'm just gonna do this. Now, honestly, when it comes to Harken World Claimer, he can really easily clean those remnants. Doesn't really matter where we place this because he can still cleave all 3. But the good thing is, if he decides to use the cleave, then he doesn't play anything, and that's a huge deal. Despite us losing a Tombblade Remnant, which is unfortunate, I'd say it's still pretty good. So we're gonna play the Death Mark now. Maybe smack him once. I'm not sure if we want to be going face against Chaos, but if he's playing Black Crusade for some reason, because you will see some Harkens still running that, even though it's better on Abaddon, I think it's just better to just go face and make sure the game finishes off quickly. It's just a little bit dangerous because he does have Drachnian, he does have like Helldrakes, so it's still a little scary. I think that's kind of useless, because the Deathmark is now gonna have a field day with that. Alright, very good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this out. We're gonna drop an Immortal, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go face. So now, most probably, the Spawndom is happening. Spawndom into cleave. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he kind of gets to clear everything if he does have that combo. If he doesn't have the combo, well, sucks to be him. But nevertheless, even if we know that he has that combo, we still have to do this, because we can't just not play cards because we know that he has a counter card, because our whole thing is to spam the board, and we have Resurrection Orb as well. So, oh, there isn't any. Okay. Interesting how he will decide to do this. No, okay, I don't think... Maybe that wasn't the... Maybe that wasn't the best way. Let's shoot. You know what I'm thinking here? Let's not Resurrection Orb yet. I want to use that Resurrection Orb when he actually does the Spawn Dome or something. Plague Marine. Skies of Fate. Okay, he doesn't have it. All I can say is kind of sucks to be him, I guess. Then I'll just play Ghost Ark. I don't care. Okay, let's just drop the Ghost Ark. And go face. Wow, these Gauss Immortals really came in clutch in this game. So, that's the thing with the Gauss Immortal, honestly. Sometimes it's so good because the enemy can't take it out and it just sticks and does so much damage. But in some situations, it's kind of useless. So, I still have really mixed feelings about that card, but well, if it works, it works. Okay, I think we have him now. With Inescapable Retribution. Is there anything else that he can do here? Nope.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, at this point it's... At this point, it's no use. We even get a reanimation and we have the Resurrection Orb. Oh. This would have been such a crazy board, by the way, with the Resurrection Orb. Anyway, okay, GG. That's game number 1. And honestly speaking, that's how mostly good games with this Warlord look like. Alright, so what do I do here? I guess I want to keep the Scorpec just in case. Let's get Divination. I think with Nemesor, honestly, I would love to be using the 40, level 40 defense card, which is the reanimation, 0 cost one. But unfortunately, it's not available to me yet. I think it would be the best one for him because, you know, Divination is okay, but it's not that good. I don't have that many tactics. Okay, just drop this. Ramatech is usually not a very hard matchup, but of course it can still go south. Depending on what kind of game he's playing, you know, like, there's always an option, there's always a chance that he just drops a Lich Guard with a Technomancer behind it, and then you're just stuck looking at him like this because there's nothing you can do. But that's every Necron matchup overall. By the way, I do think that the Death Marks are one of the best cards for Necron mirrors. Oh, nasty. I wonder... A Scythe Assault would ruin our day, but let's see. Okay, he's playing Implacable. I actually think that we got a nice... Oh, okay, never mind. This is what we want to play. I was thinking of dropping my own Locust into Divination into front line, but actually this works really well. This works really, really well. Because that Chronomancer is a problem. Okay. The Scorpech Destroyer. Fortunately, the Remnant... too bad. Did hope for it to survive, but it is what it is. Okay, let's drop this, and let's start bashing him. Once again, we actually want to play aggressive against this guy. A, because he's playing Implacable, and B, because even if he wasn't playing Implacable, this guy is very, very tanky. If he gets double Immortal Pride on himself and double Conquering Tyrant, which really can happen, then you suddenly deal with a 7 damage unit with 3 armor, which is just insanity. So, yeah, something to keep in mind. Damaged Plasma Sight, okay. It's -2 cost, -2 cost. He shouldn't have anything else with -2 cost, I believe. Not sure why he did that, though. Oh, that's not lucky. That is fairly unlucky, but here's what's lucky. So, how do we want to do this? I think we did a messy play. Yeah, we did a messy play. Yeah, that was messy. Dumb misplay by me. Damn, that ping on the death mark, though. Unfortunate. That was a shit misplay by us. What the fuck? Yikes. That's not good. Oh, interesting. So it still managed to do the ping. I still have to go face, actually. Now, let's see what he just drew there, because if he draws another thing like that, it'll get a little ugly, because I don't have a second Methodical Destruction in this deck. So let's see what he can pull. This is a... Oh, come on. What? Why there, though? Wasn't it better to take this thing out? Maybe he's hoping for a ping, which could very well happen. In that kind of a situation, what I can do is just go face. That's my best call here, because soon it's gonna be impossible to take him out because it's late game. Like, for example, he could drop a Tomb World right now and still get a Lich Guard, but I think I would be able to deal with the Lich Guard with all the flank. Oh, there it is. There's the Conquering Tyrant. Hardwire Destruction. There are things we could do. This is 4 damage, this is 1, and this is 2, right? Actually, I think we have them. Because of the pings. Yep, there you go. There you go. There's the power of this card coming in again. Pretty good against armor because of those unending pings. GG. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Let's try some more. Again, Nemesor. Let's play with normal conditions, actually. So I think we're going to find out... Oh, it's Vorus. I think we're about to find out how big of a problem is a temple loss with Undying Legions. I think we're about to see that. Oh wait, I think I should go face, right? Yeah, let's go face. Since we're going first, we got the initiative. So might as well play aggressive. So right now there's no reason. So this is the problem, you know? There's no reason not to play Triarch Praetorian right now. Because sure, Undying Legions is good, but like, this is better. It's better to have a 3/3/4 on the board than just have nothing and this for the future, right? So it's mostly the problem I have with tempo lost cards like this one. Okay, we're gonna have to do this. Let's see how similar our decks are. I don't think it's gonna be very different because most Nemesors just play the same thing and that's how it should be, I think. That's not good. That's not good. He has the reanimation. Yikes. I want to have that as well, Vorus. Come on, man. I want that card as well. If he actually attacks with these two and then does a resurrection orb, we're kind of screwed. It's just a Praetorian. Oh boy. Holy hell, that Flayed One play was scary. Maybe I should include those instead of the Ghost Immortals, but I don't know, man. Ghost Immortal is still doing quite well for me, so... If it's a Resurrection Orb, we kinda got screwed. Nope, no Resurrection Orb. Very well. Our hand is kind of crappy, though. What do I even do here? Funny part when literally that is the... acceptable play. He's got a Lich Guard in there, okay. I usually don't like using Lich Guard on this Warlord, to be honest. Mainly due to the fact that you already get so much front line that it kind of gets wasted. Okay. And a Hex Mark. Alright. Then I don't think we're gonna win this match. He seems to be playing a late game Nemesor compared to mine, but he beat us out on early game tempo because of the Flayed Ones, so I don't see many scenarios where we actually manage to pull this off. Well, you know, let's take a look. What can we do? Let's just take a look. But then again, I think he already has lethal. Yeah, he actually has lethal. Alright, GG, GG. So that's another variation of Nemesor that you could try, the late game one. Difference is basically one is better. Like, the problem is that I think this one is better in a sense that the other Warlords do better late game. But at the same time, definitely Solar Storm against that. But at the same time, you have to think about the fact that in a Nemesor mirror, if you do recapture the tempo, then you probably are gonna win. which he actually did really well. He did manage to take away my tempo and then punished us as well. So let's do it. A lot of Necron mirrors today. So this is probably a Scarab deck. So we're gonna get a beautiful chance to see the most interactive deck in the game in action. He's still gathering his resources. Not doing anything crazy, I guess. In that case, I just drop this. I go face. And I do this. I'm not gonna go face with my Praetorian, because I don't want to give him any chances of taking everything out. Because most probably it's gonna be Scarab Nest and Extermination Protocol. Into Divination. Into another Extermination Protocol. That would be nasty as fuck. Nope. There's the Extermination. Please just don't do another Extermination Protocol. Be a nice guy. Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is actually, I'm not gonna use the destroyer yet. I'm gonna start off with this. Just trying to give him, trying to set up at least some kind of board before I'm able to drop the Locust Destroyer, because if I get unlucky and play Locust Destroyer and the first beam goes to his face, I lost the game. So I need to set it up in a way that I have at least two things attacking so that I can reliably clear. Scythe Assault? Don't kill both, please. Oh my god. Crap. Oh boy. Okay, at this point there's not much left for me to do. I have to risk it. Because my guy had everything set up and next turn he actually takes me out. So at least take out 4 Scarabs, please. Okay, okay, that's good. That's even better. That's fantastic. That's brilliant. Okay, 1 Scarab left. I'll take it. I'll take that. This is something that we... Oh, come on, kill the Scarab, please. Does he have anything to do here? Oh, you have your own Locust Destroyer. Because why not? Okay, my brother, okay. However... Alright. I'm still not feeling safe even though he's at 7 HP, because all he needs is to just do 1 board fill and then do the self-destruction, and I still get killed because of that. So we were very lucky there, but honestly speaking it was against the Scarabs, so doesn't matter. We deserve to be lucky against the Scarabs. Okay, another Zahndrekh. Interesting. This is quite alright, but a little bit heavy on the 4, so let's do it like this. I'm gonna get Awakened Obelisk, actually. I'm not gonna get the Divination here. I think... Let's see if he got the offense card. It's good that he's using that against me because he wants to make sure the remnants die. But at the same time, oh, it's Lord Edge. Alright, interesting. But at the same time, it's also kind of negative because if he's going for that whole armor play, those pings are going to make a difference. That's correct. He's making the starter play, which is to just trade 3 for 1, which is great. Just like Emotech, basically. Okay, now we're equalized. That's good. Plays the Tomb Blade. Why though? Was it really that necessary? So the reason I'm doing it like this is quite simple. I want him to waste his ability to kill this. That means he then doesn't play anything for 2 energy, most probably. So I can freely play my Death Mark and then follow up with the Chronomancer. And then follow up with the Locust Lord. So there's a very strong play for the next 3 turns if either this survives or he wastes a turn just killing this. It still takes 2 damage. I don't think he has anything to play for 2. Yep, correct. Then we just play the Death Mark and we wait because whatever he plays now, that's actually the crazy thing about Death Mark. When the enemy plays this, you're kind of stuck because no matter what you play, the Death Mark is probably going to be able to take it out unless it's also stealthed. So it makes a very awkward situation. So he plays his own Chronomancer, which makes sense, obviously, but I'm going to play a Chronomancer as well. And I'm going to take out his Chronomancer. And now he has to deal with a very strong board, including a Chronomancer and a Death Mark. So he could play a Locust Destroyer, for example, and enhance it to take the Chronomancer out. But in that case, the Death Mark survives. And if he wants to take out the Remnant, the Death Mark is unharmed. Then we play the Locust Lord, so we should be okay. Ah, okay. That's interesting. So he chooses to take out the Death Mark instead. Come on. Okay, we're gonna do a different type of play now. So these 2 are going to take you out. Then we're gonna resurrect the Death Mark. We're gonna take this out and we're gonna take this out. He did manage to shut down my Locust Lord play though, which is really good for him because I was about to win out on tempo so much that it really was losing any point at that stage. I wonder what he might do here. He might just do a full clear with ability and Scorpec. Or that. That also works. Oh, unlucky as hell. Holy hell, he was unlucky. God damn. That was unlucky as hell. Well, I mean, as unlucky as it was, we're definitely still gonna take advantage of it. I think a methodical destruction is in order here. methodical destruction into destroying the remnant, most probably. Nope. Scorpec Destroyer could also work. Oh, yikes. What? Nice AI, Everguild. Nice AI. Wow. He was doing such an interesting thing there. Oh my god. I gotta text him. Where's the wrap? Like, seriously, he had such an interesting combo there. It would have kind of reset the game because he would clear, then I would clear and drop the Locust Lord, but Jesus Christ, like... Why did the... But I understand how the Everguild AI works. It always looks to either finish the enemy Warlord or to go for the trade where it's gonna take the least amount of damage. Like, for example, give me a second. Let me just... I think this is not okay. Yeah, that's better. Do I want to do Night Attack? No. Let's do Dust Storm. For example, sometimes you might see a Ophidian Destroyer just go ranged attack against something because it has 0 ranged attack. And yeah, it kind of sucks. Okay, we have to play, I think, a bit aggro versus the Orks, especially if the guy is playing control. Now, I have no idea of knowing what this guy is playing, but I can assume it's control. Orcs are obviously always tricky to play against, but let's see what we can do, in any case. Gretchen Mob. And a vehicle, okay. Alright. So that's probably gonna be a squig buggy there. Oh shit, the squig buggy, yeah, that's gonna be so annoying against my remnants. There it is. Why destroy that though? I mean, never mind. Oh, I almost blew that. We almost blew that. Annoying, but nevertheless. Let's keep our bird control going. So he might have another squig buggy and he might have 2 more squigs, which is very, very scary. And I think by all means he should have those squigs, because if you want to win against scarabs, for example, with orcs, you mostly wanna do that, I guess, because there's not many other ways you can deal with the orcs apart from scarabs. Not the orcs, sorry. It's the other way around. There's no other way other than squigs to deal with scarabs when you're orcs. What did I even say at the start? The Red War. Oh, brother. Squig. Oh, you devil, you. Unfortunately, his plan didn't work, though.
is rare that I encounter one who can defeat
God of RNG, thank you very much. So that's 2 squigs down. 2 more to go, boys. 2 more to go. And there's number 1.
do your thing.
Now look at how we're gonna do this. Not exactly how I had envisioned that, but okay. Okay, that's beautiful. Let's prepare a resurrection orb play slowly. The dust storm actually kind of messed us up. Kinda. Not a serious one. Okay, how many more squigs are you gonna play? Okay, that's fine. It's fine by me. Thank you. So now it's gonna be Will of Gork. And hopefully not followed up by a second Will of Gork. Oh shit, that destroys remnants, right? You know why Dust Storm is so cool? Because at the end of the day, you still get a chance to do a Scorpec Destroyer into his face, if you get lucky. Okay, he gives up, nice. GG. That was still pretty scary, because 16 is already a range where Grok becomes dangerous. So, yeah. Okay, I think Lord Edge didn't see our text. Let's go for another game. Emotech, so another Necron mirror. Not at all good to have a Ghost Arc there. And neither is going second, but let's see what we can do. Usually Emotech is doable. Okay, he also plays Solar Storm. What? Well, that doesn't count, I guess. How many did we play, by the way? Let me check it out. So, this doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? I think this is where we started. Okay, and including this, that's 8. Okay, that's a lot of games, actually. We currently lost only one, and that was a mirror. So, let's see if we find a Sister of Battle, just to show you what is the difficulty in that. Nope. It's Anvir Keltalk. Anvir Keltalk is also quite dangerous. I think Undying Legions is actually pretty good here. Mostly due to the fact that the Eldar have a pretty good AoE and Shuriken and so on, so that's really going to help your unit stick.
and clashing blades.
We go second again though. Crap. It's not good. Ranger.
Still.
I think we don't go face. We gotta conserve our HP a little bit. This is the Eldar, so they're gonna be quite nasty to deal with. Let's do this. Is he gonna go face with the Ranger? Nope. You know what we hope now? We hope that he doesn't pull an Eldritch Storm. If he actually does an Eldritch Storm, we might be in some serious crap. It might actually be the correct play, though. Oh my god, what the hell? Alright, alright. Let's just drop it.
Time is fleeting until I say otherwise.
I bring swift demise.
Mm-hmm.
Shadows are always vigilant.
Okay, alright. I'll take that. I'll take that. But he's now gonna do the reclaim the stars, and I think we're I think we're gonna be finished. But you know, nevertheless, let's just do what we can. Oh, it was his first card as well, okay. Now, if you also got the Infinite Circuit, oh boy. And the Elder Storm. And the Spirit Seer. And a Vengeful Wraithblade. My guy had a godly pull, what can I say? He had a very, very good pull out of that one. A very, very good one. So what can I do here? This could take that out. Yeah, I guess. Oh, and it can only attack targets it can destroy, right? So much for that. Yeah, then then we resign. I sometimes keep forgetting that happens. Okay, GG. Yeah, Keldog, bit of a difficult matchup to be honest, but the Eldar in general, but not as bad as the Sisters for sure. And yeah, he really smacked us there because he got a very good stun. Then he used Reclaim the Stars and he had a beautiful pull from Reclaim the Stars. But it's not always going to happen like that, guys. It's going to be a challenging matchup, but it's not going to be that crazy, okay? So overall, I think Nemesor has been doing really well for me. I've had like a lot of games with him and it's been really good, as you can see. So yeah, I think the main key with this guy is just to play him on tempo. Don't play him as an implacable conqueror late game character, because I think tempo is the best place for him to be. Now once I get to the 40th level of the Forge, which I'm actually pretty close to, I'm just currently trying to grind to it, then I might probably include the flayed one as well, because I'll just be able to include the reanimation, and just like Vorus did, it can actually be a very deadly tempo-based combo. So yeah, a lot of things you can definitely play around with. Anyway, guys, please leave a comment, and I'll be back with some more Necron decks pretty soon. So let me know what you think. Let me know what how you've been enjoying the Necrons lately. And Ecclesiarch out.